I am going to ask you one very personal question. You don't need to answer. Have you ever been in a situation where thinking about your future, you feel afraid that you might end up your own life if things become too hard and you're living with that fear because you don't trust yourself and because everyone leads you to believe that you are weak, you will not survive, and there is nothing good that will happen in this world if you face difficulties or you give up in certain situations or you are dealing with an adversity. And sometimes you're sleeping and you feel like you are unable to fall asleep. You're trying to sleep, but thoughts are attacking you and invading your mind, and negative thoughts. You are having so many fears about the future, regrets about your past, like, why did I make such decisions? Was I stupid? What was my problem? You keep cursing yourself and blaming yourself, and you feel like a loser. You just want to sit and cry because you are not happy and you want to be happy, but you are trying. Sometimes you try better, sometimes you don't try that much hard, and some days it feels like, whatever you do, it's never going to make any difference. You don't know which is which, and your intentions are good and you try to find a solution. You want to heal, you want to succeed, but you feel like, you are weak and you can't do that. So I myself, I have been in that situation numerous times in my life, whether it was in my studies, in my personal life, in my mind, my issues, my problems, my traumas, my depression. I'm not afraid to talk about any of that. I know it's not pleasant to hear, but it's reality, and many people have gone through horrible things. But there is also life is also beautiful. I always say that I do love life so much. I don't want to die. I want to be happy. I love life, and I know that you have to be happy to enjoy life. That's the most important thing. I'm not saying money is not important, of course, but you can't be, money is not more important than happiness. And I think it's time that we stop living in fear, living in negativity, because you're using that same amount of energy to fear and to expect the worst. And I know so many people around me, people whom I would never have really thought. Like, I took a lot of time to realize that they were actually very pessimistic and they were robbing me of my dreams and just being energy vampires, as Robin Sharma says. And when I say robbing me of my dreams, I know that the dream might never materialize, but when you stop the person, you snatch their right to even dream and to even say that, one day I'm going to become a pilot, for example. It's something sacred, and you're doing that, you're hurting the person, you're crushing the person, you're telling him or her that, you know, you are not worthy of even dreaming it. So that's very hard to digest. And I have decided that no matter how hard it will get, I will not let these people and their negative energy get to me, because life is here. We did not come here to be perfect. I think no one has had a perfectly smooth journey. We all have faced some pretty painful moments at some point, like a painful breakup or a loss of job or loss of a family member or any kind of health problem. I don't know. But when I think that, we have to die anyways at one point. So what's the use of being so like serious all the time, and everything is like in a neatly compartmentalized box? Like, you study this, you do that, and you have to work every day for 9 to 5, and you do the job even if you like it or not. You do it because you need the money, and you keep on doing that, and then suddenly you die, and people keep repeating that same pattern because we have to get people to like us, and we have to follow whatever society tells us to. So I know that it's very easy to talk like all these philosophies, all these motivational videos that you watch. it's very easy. All these words sound very nice. Like when you listen to those words, you feel like, okay, just by listening, you feel like your life is already changing. And you tell yourself that, okay, now I'm all pumped up. I will be a winner. I will be a fighter. I will give the best that I have. But we all know that between a 15 minutes video and a 24-hour day in the life of a real human being, there is a massive difference. And of course, the only good thing that I take out of that, I have learned so many great things from those videos, but the main thing is to not give up, to be consistent. Whether you are doing sports, dieting, you are learning a new language, or learning how to sing, or practicing your creativity, your art, drawing, or just writing stories, or I don't know what passion you have, but being relentless with it and keep going on and on and on. But there will be times when you will feel sleepy. There will be times when you will not be able to concentrate. There will be times when you will feel hungry or distracted by your phone. There will be times when you will want to cry and give up. There will be times when you won't find any use in what you are doing. Like, what's even the point of you doing it? There will be times when you will curse yourself and feel like you are the biggest loser on the earth, and that, nothing is going to happen to you, nothing good, and you're going to end up ruined. And these times are really not easy. But you have to get through them. You are an adult. Someone said to me, like, it's true. Many times we forget that we are adults because um I think living with your parents after your 20s, after you feel like you are still their child, so you still think of yourself as a child who, in my mind, I don't realize that I am 26 years old because I still see myself seeking that validation from others, that they have to be happy with my decisions. But in the end, like that friend of mine said, like, if you're not going to make your own mistakes and your own struggles, when are you going to learn from them? So I would much rather do some mistakes and learn it the hard way than live in regret and not move, not step out of that box and just stay there forever and happy and not really trying, not giving myself a chance. So no one ever said that it would be easy. Do you think it's easy to get up in the morning and work out, to stay up till late and learn? And do you think it's easy to make sacrifices and not eat certain foods? It's not easy, but you have to really be, at this point, you are the only one who is believing in yourself. Trust me. No one else is believing in you, so you have to give yourself that 200% and just follow what your intuition tells you to follow. Follow joy, follow love, follow God, and God will surely give you peace in your heart. I have begged to God so many times in my prayer mat, crying to God and begging for some relief. The relief did come. It did not come immediately, but it came. And when it came, it was unbelievable. I would never have imagined, like, I had never even asked for that much. But God is so generous, He doesn't give you something in a small quantity.